The White House hasn't set a date or time, but President Biden says he's open to talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Deborah Alfarone has more from the White House on their hopes of avoiding a war in Ukraine.
Good afternoon.
The White House says President Biden is willing to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin, but only if Russia does not invade Ukraine.
We're ready to continue diplomacy, including at the highest levels, to try to resolve this matter peacefully.
But time may be running out for a diplomatic solution.
Putin-Biden.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said at a meeting of Putin's Security Council that the West is not ready to accept Moscow's demand to stop NATO's eastward expansion. The U.S. says it has intelligence that President Putin has given the order to proceed with an invasion, and commanders on the ground are making plans to maneuver their units into position.
What we're seeing actually happen is Mr. Putin act on certainly what looks to be very clear intentions to invade Ukraine again.
Russia announced it is keeping tens of thousands of troops near Ukraine's border in Belarus, even though it says planned military exercises there are over. And there has been a dramatic escalation of shelling from Russian-backed separatists in eastern Ukraine. The White House says there are no firm plans for a meeting with Putin, but there are firm plans for how to respond if Russia invades. The president convened his National Security Council at the White House Sunday to discuss sanctions the U.S. and its allies will impose in the event of an attack.
A small war in Europe can grow if we don't stand up in strong and resolute terms to defend our allies and partners.
The U.S. sent a letter to the UN claiming Russia has a list of Ukrainians to be killed or sent to camps following a military occupation. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.